साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
I think that's better. Hello, I'm Chris. I'm standing in for Ariane. We promised her last week, but she's unable to make it today. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic, the issue of the liver and how the liver affects our well-being and particularly our spiritual well-being. So there are many talks, Shri Mataji, where she talks about the right side, and the right side is about thinking, planning, doing, ego identification, busyness, and that creates heat. And the largest internal organ in our body is the liver, and that has a number of functions. It breaks down the proteins and the fats to produce glucose to feed the brain. It also eliminates the toxins. Now the intestines, the stomach intestines, process the food we eat and the drink, and that is put into the bloodstream. The blood then goes down to the liver, and the liver processes the nutrients, as well as it processes the toxins. Now these toxins can be in the form of additives and preservatives and pharmaceutical drugs we might take, stimulants like caffeine, and also the impurities in the food like heavy metals, that's in things like coffee, chocolate, almonds, as well as the processed nature of the foods it has to deal with. So in Western society, there's a lot of frozen food, canned food, food that's not fresh, and over-processed food. And so that taxes the liver, and depending on our lifestyle, it could also mean that the liver has to work a lot harder. And there may be some excess heat which it doesn't deal with, and that heat is distributed to other parts of the body. And in the subtle system, and Mitty, if you could show the chakra chart. In the subtle system, you can meet to a point where the liver is. So the liver is a very large organ, but it's mainly on the right side. It's a part of, in the subtle system, it's part of the Swadhisthana chakra and the Nabi chakra. And so the food goes down into the stomach and intestines, which are part of the Nabi chakra, and it's processed by the liver, which is partly in the Swadhisthana chakra. And the Nabi revolves, sorry, the Swadhisthana revolves around the Nabi, and the Swadhisthana is the fire element, or represented by the fire element, and the Nabi is the water. And so it's taking out the heat. But if it's overworked by an inappropriate diet, and also by too much excessive thinking and planning, it can tax the liver. The liver is like a bit like a radiator in your car. So it cools things down, but if it can't, that heat's distributed elsewhere. It goes up the right side and affects the Vishuddhi and the Agya, and it makes us vulnerable. The whole excessive right side activity freezes up the left, makes the right side weak, and exposes the back Agya for things, negative things like viruses. And so this explains why in summer you catch a cold. You catch a cold because of your liver overworking. The outside temperature is hotter. If you're in a place like Perth, it's quite hot, and you live a work and a lifestyle that is a lot of thinking, planning, futuristic in essence, and also your diet is not adapted to your lifestyle and your environment. So you're having a lot of stimulants, processed foods, liverish foods, like so you're working hard, but you're eating a lot of meat. You may be taking alcohol, having a few extra coffees, and indulging in liverish things like chocolate or cream, very rich things. So that and in summer in West Australia we like to eat fish because we got an abundance of fish. So that's heating. Now these foods have their place, but when you combine it with too much thinking, planning, futuristic lifestyle, that creates heat. The liver, which is the radiator in your body, can't cope, and that heat's distributed upwards and downwards, and that creates physical problems as well as potentially emotional problems, and also makes you vulnerable, as well as, most importantly, because it's a program about meditation, it makes it difficult for you sometimes to meditate. You're not only emotionally irritable, but your attention's scattered, and it can't sometimes go into deeper states of meditation because you're liverish, and the liver in Sahaja Yoga is the attention. It's the canvas on which the attention is manifests. And so today we're going to listen to a number of talks by Shri Mataji. One is a discussion with doctors talking about the liver. The other side of the liver is that while we're talking about Western lifestyle being largely futuristic and predominantly operating from the right side, and which produces a hot liver, there's also the notion of a sluggish or a lethargic liver. So that's a liver that it's not coping. It's just not working. It's not running at full capacity, and so that's another aspect which is mainly in people that are on the left side. So people that are more emotional. A liverish person is usually a person that is hot-tempered, irritable, where a person with a lethargic liver could be, not necessarily, but could be a more emotional sort of person, and is not as active. So that's another aspect. But today we're doing a meditation and talks which are mainly predominantly about the hot liver, which is the predominant problem in Western societies. Now, the thing that that's most important here is that our attention is really important, and the quality of our meditation's really important if we want to go deeper. So this is one aspect of Sahaja Yoga where we actually have to modify our behavior, and one way of modifying our behavior is to modify what we eat, and we can do a treatment which is called a liver diet, where you reduce most of the proteins and the fats that cause the liver to be unable to cope with the extra work it does, and distributing that heat to other parts of the body and causing problems. Now, Shri Mataji says this can be quite dramatic. The heat, which is not processed by the liver, it gets distributed downwards, can cause hemorrhoids, can go upwards, can cause affect the kidneys, cause high blood pressure, can be a contributing factor to diabetes. So it's a very serious matter, and then it can travel up to cause problems in the Vishuddhi, and the Bhakagya. The Bhakagya becomes vulnerable. Then you get vulnerable to viruses, which are associated with the left side. But so here you are, right side are generating all the heat, and then you're vulnerable for a cold in the middle of the winter, in the middle of summer. So you're weakened by it. So the idea is to take out the heat from the liver, and to live a more balanced life. So that means modifying your behavior so you think and plan less, and you do that through your that'll come naturally through your meditative practice. It's become more often in the meditative mood, but also you may need to adopt a different dietary practice and so like reduce coffee, eat less meat, and incorporate more carbohydrates, drink more water, and as you'll see in the talks, if you realize the most effective thing for the liver is sugar. So this is cane sugar. It can be made liquid. So you put it in water, stir it up, drink it. You can add ginger to it. But the sugar itself is a detergent for those fat globules that are in the liver that collect the badas, those are the excess toxins. So you'll be, by doing that and drinking more water, more fluids, you'd be able to detoxify the liver. So this is quite important because liver damage can be quite permanent. You can't do a fix unless you have a transplant. So and you need the liver to function reasonably well, so you can have good attention and to become a deeper spiritual person. So I'll let Shamaji say more about this in the talks that we'll have. Let's raise the Kundalini and just go into a meditative mood. So put your attention on the center of the palm of your left hand, and put the right hand around it, turning it clockwise, and raise it above the fontanelle. So that's once. There's twice. Three times, and then we'll do abundance. This is a protection. So we go back and forth 7 times. And now we'll do some balancing, because this is a problem where the right side is overworking and not balanced with the left. So by overworking a side, we weaken that side, and we want to be stronger. So before we do that, we'll put both hands to the Mother Earth. So just point your hand, or touch the Mother Earth, and just ask the Mother Earth to establish our innocence, because that's the most important thing for every chakra. And every channel as well, every nadi. So Mother Earth, please give us innocence, wisdom, balance, and humility, so I can work out the imbalances within me, so I can grow as a spiritual being. Right now we take the left hand, place it on our lap, keep the right hand pointed to Mother Earth, and then we have to clear the left side. So Mother Earth, please clear all the imbalances of my left side, all the emotional disturbances, and the lethargy. including the lethargy that I may have in my liver. Right, now take that hand, the right hand, back on the lap, and then point the left hand towards the sky, and here we ask the ether and the sky element to take out the heat from the right side, all the excess planning, thinking, doing, identifying with our actions. So all that overactivity which takes out our internal balance. And if it gets too excessive, it distributes heat to places that cause more problems. So we use our hand as a chimney. Take out the heat. You might feel the energy floating of your left hand into the ether. Right, now take that left hand and then get the right hand and bring it through the center. Just as the fontanelle. And do this a second time. You got to bring the center to balance. And you may feel something above the fontanelle. Hopefully cool. Now, this large organ is on the right side. It's liver, and it tapers up to the left. So it's about here. Now what we could do, we could put a ice pack on it, like that, but you may not have an ice pack, so let's turn clockwise in that area. So we're scooping out the heat. That's another thing. We used our hand to exit, our left hand to exit the heat. Now we're using our right hand to take out the heat from our liver. This is when you scoop it, just take it away from you. When you do this, your attention should improve. Help you to maintain thoughtlessness, which is very important. So another thing we're going to do is we're going to put our hand on our left heart. So the heat travels up the right side, it crosses over here and can incluminate here, cause problems for the Vishuddhi or the Agya, give you a hot head, and also affect the back Agya here. So that also, right side activity in itself, can affect the heart. That's the most important thing. We have the heart is where our spirit resides. We need an open and clear heart to advance spiritually. So overactivity, heat coming from the liver, that will affect the heart. So we'll give this abundance. This is the left heart. It can be covered by our ego. The Sahaja Yoga comes from the heart. So we can't adversely affect the heart. Otherwise we defeat our purpose. Mother Kundalini, please cleanse my heart. Please help me have a pure and open heart. Just take your attention back to the top of the fontanelle. You just feel what your attention is doing. Ask yourself how settled you are. Mother Kundalini, please give me cool, untroubled attention. All right, now just keep your attention above the fontanelle. Just listen to Shri Mataji's talk. Don't think about it. Just have your attention on what she says, but don't concentrate.
But all the time a person is thinking. These days everybody thinks too much and very futuristic. As a result, it cannot pay attention to all other things. So what happens? The first thing is affected is the liver. Now liver gets all the heat from the whole body and eliminates it. It's poison from the body, you can say, eliminates it into the blood circulation. It goes into the blood. Now when, you see, liver is not attended to or doesn't get sufficient energy, it starts working very hard. So it becomes overactive liver and this heat cannot be removed. So the heat starts rising upward and downwards. As a result, your what you call the lungs are made of, as you know, they are made like a sponge. So it becomes coagulated and you develop asthma. We cure asthma through liver, curable. Then it descends down. When it descends down, it affects your kidneys. By that you get high blood pressure. Also, the another thing you get is constipation. To keep the body cool in summer, first of all, you have to do is to take some ice and rub it on your liver. Keep the liver cool. Don't think too much. Don't take hot things. Like in the summertime, so many people eat those watermelons and things like that. They should be cooled down properly, like even mangoes in India must be cooled down and then taken. All such fruit should be cooled down and then eaten. Some people eat the mangoes just from the tree. That's very wrong. You have to cool it down for 24 hours and then eat it. This we knew, all of us. But in modern times, I don't know if people don't know. All these things add up. Then reduce on meats and fish especially. You should not eat fish in the summertime at all. First of all, it is spoiled, something wrong with it, or else it has phosphorus which ignites. So avoid all these things. Eat things which are food. Now especially for India is very easy because we have got something called gulkand, which is made out of rose petals, which is a very good thing for cooling the liver. Then cardamom, then the candy sugar, sugar itself, all these things will cool down your liver and you will feel very good. The change in your diet is very important. Now there's another falsehood about thyroid is now broken, that the sugar is against our growth and all that. Sugar is very important for attention, especially people who suffer from liver. For example, people who are thin mostly suffer from liver trouble. For them, sugar is so important that if they don't take sugar, they'll become like the sugar cane which is come out of the machine, pressing machine. See, they better take some sugar. Sugar is very important for your liver. Best carbohydrate is white sugar, not the red sugar. Red sugar is not good because it has got molasses. It's very heaty. Now the attention is sustained by liver. If your liver is not all right, your attention cannot be all right. So those people who have a habit, you see, sometimes they'll see through the back of their eyes, go from here to there. They think they are doing something great by doing these things. Such people can never have good livers. So to keep a good liver, keep your eyes down. Don't give them too much work. We are giving too much work to our eyes, and that's how it is keeping our attention all the time wobbled out. And if your attention is out, then you can never feel happy. So the liver sustains the attention.
And for you to be best Sahaja Yogi is to put your eyes down.
Right now, before we go to the next video, let's get our left hand and place it on our liver. Just put your attention on that left hand. That attention is actually coming from your liver. So ask yourself what you feel. Is there heat being generated? And you can feel it on your hands. So we need to be aware of our liver. But as we drift into feelings of being irritable or having a hot head, being hot under the collar, or what people call liverish, having a short fuse, being jumpy, reacting. So if that's the case, we need to change tack. Beware where our attention is going. And to modify those things that we can. Let's moving towards drinking more water, more carbohydrates, fresh food, and avoiding stimulants, liverish foods, heavy foods, fried foods, fatty foods. So we can give our liver a rest, because it has a really important function. Mother Kundalini, please give me a cool, untroubled, pure attention. All right, now with our attention at the fontanelle, listen to the other video. And there's no vision in this video, so just listen through. You just keep your eyes closed.
जी श्रीमत जी ये एलर्जीज के बारे में है। कुछ लोगों को एक्समा जब होता है, एक्समा तो ये हॉट लिवर है या कोल्ड लिवर है? एक्समा की जो सिम्टम है स्किन।
You see, all allergies are due to bad liver. All allergies. Skin is looked after by the liver. That's the basic thing. Now when you see a child is born, if the mother is eating food or something which is bad for the liver, or when the child is born, mostly they get jaundice, I've seen, in young age. Because of the hospital perhaps, maybe they catch. So such a person gets allergies. So you must treat the liver. By treating the liver, perfect it is. Anand, she had some allergies, my grandson. So I told him, Anand, put some ice on her. Finished. He has no allergies.
So it's a hot liver, not lethargic liver.
It's a hot liver.
Hot liver.
वो एक्सप्लोर करता है.
How do we know which one is cold and which one is lethargic?
वो कह रही हैं कि कुछ लोगों का लिवर जो है बहुत गर्म होता है, कुछ लोगों का लिवर जो है वो ठंडा होता है, यानी कि लेथार्जिक होता है. तो किस तरह पता लगाएंगे कि कौन सी
On vibration.
Feel that. Feel the heat. Yeah.
On vibrations you will
The
know.
trouble is we don't feel many cold livers.
See, there are symptoms connected with liver. जिसका कोल्ड होता है वो enlarged होगा.
अच्छा, cold liver enlarged, gets enlarged.
Cold must be an enlarged liver.
Right. And what symptoms?
And hot is contracted. So for liver, best is to look after the one which is heated up, because it creates all the problem. If it is enlarged, also you can reduce it by eating something, जैसे चना खा लिए, चना and all these things.
Ground. Chana.
Ground.
Chana.
Chana.
Eat chana food. Yeah.
Chana is, you see, all such things which can contract, but not which can enlarge. Like rice can enlarge in carbohydrates, you see. Also, what you have is milk. I would say milk gives you heat. There are so many things like that which we take can enlarge the heart. For example, enlarge the thing. It is, we can say that people who eat too much of sugar, that can enlarge. Because we give sugar for hot. Sugar we give for hot
For hot liver.
as a treatment.
Yeah.
But somebody is eating too much of sugar, then it will enlarge. Sugar cane juice, too much. I mean, कोई भी बात imbalance में जाती है, then it trouble. And sweets that are like you will find always Bengalis, they have an enlarged liver. Why? Because they eat sweets which are not fried, but you see made out of this protein thing with a lot of juices. जैसे ये होता है ना उनके चम और ये और वो
जी
काय सांगा बंगाली Bengali sweets, huh? These Bengali sweets, if you eat, then you have enlarged.
तो ये श्रीमती जब लिवर एनलार्ज हो जाता है तो वो लेथार्जिक हो जाता है।
हाँ?
लिवर जब बड़ा हो जाता है एनलार्ज तो वो लेथार्जिक हो जाता है अगर बहुत ज्यादा स्वीट्स खाएं।
हाँ, वो हो सकता है।
लेथार्जिक। अच्छा।
Enlarged भी नहीं होना चाहिए।
नहीं होना चाहिए।
it is not, it is out of function then.
जी
One is overly functioning, hot one,
जी
and this is out of function. I mean that also imagine.
So what symptoms does
उनको तोंद निकल आएगी पेट में।
Totally. श्रीमती जी अगर किसी का लिवर जो है वो लेथार्जिक है तो वो सिम्टम्स क्या होती हैं उनकी?
Symptoms में है कि ऐसा आदमी is lethargic by temperament. He doesn't think much. चलने में उसको दिक्कत होती, cannot walk properly. Has a very big पेट हो जाता है।
Big belly. ठीक।
Gases हो सकते हैं।
Gas.
Just the opposite of the liver when it is hot.
Galloping.
Yes.
उसको एलर्जी नहीं होती।
Cold liver, don't get allergies. Don't get allergies.
Now for a person whose liver is enlarged, he never gets allergy. But he's lethargic by temperament. He sleeps a lot. He's left-sided.
All right, now let's do a little bit of clearing. So the heat from the hot liver will travel up the right side and affect the Vishuddhi and the Agya chakra, as well as the Muladhara chakra below, so until the liver is brought back to its normal function, we have to clear out those chakras if we have a hot liver. Which is predominant in Western societies. So to clear the Vishuddhi chakra, we'll just put our right hand to where our neck joins our shoulders, and just turn the head to the right, slightly to the right. In here we say, I'm not guilty. 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 Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty if I am the spirit. Guilt is only an illusion. I cannot be guilty. Right, and now we place that right hand at the back of our head. And the back becomes vulnerable. As we ask, here we ask for forgiveness. Please forgive me for any mistakes I made against the spirit, knowingly or unknowingly. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Just put your right hand on the fontanelle, just press it down. Turn clockwise. And raise that right hand and keep your attention there. And take your hand. Back to your lap. Just watch the photos. Just watch the photo. Now we'll just close off the meditation. So what we'll do is just raise the Kundalini again. And do that a second time. Tying 2 knots, and then you do it a third time. Tying 3 symbolic knots. And then you do the bandha, which is over and back again 7 times. So that was once. This is twice. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Thank you for joining us. I hope you feel more relaxed. Your attention's a bit better. One thing about the liver is that you can't really feel the joy unless your attention is settled and not hot. Or, as we heard in the talks, lethargic, where you're sleepy. The opposite is where you're overactive. So in the center is where we need to be. And for that, the liver is an important organ and the canvas on which our attention develops when we practice Sahaja Yoga. Thank you. Shall we show the resources on the website? Have we got them up? So in those resources, or so there's also the WhatsApp group where you can ask the question if you need be, and get to know where all the other wonderful programs are. So this is the Learn to Meditate landing page on freemeditation.com.au. So this is freemeditation.com.au/learn, and here you can get access to the programs coming from Canberra and from Perth. If you join the WhatsApp group, you'll get to know where. So that's a hit that, and you can join the WhatsApp group, and then you're tuned in to some really good short meditations, great information, as well as where all the other programs are. And currently 21-day programs are running in multiple languages. So if you're French speaking, Italian speaking, English speaking, Chinese speaking, Hindi speaking, or Arabic speaking, there's some programs for you which you can enjoy in your own language. And so there they are there, and they're very well attended, and full of information and really nice meditations. So if you join the WhatsApp group, you'll be able to get information about those programs, as well as we have the resources. We just look at our resources, and I'm pretty sure in the resources there will be something about the liver. So there's and the a liver diet is prescribed for somebody that's got excessive heat in the liver, and that's a carbohydrate diet that relies on white rice, and also you can also have chicken breasts, and yogurt in the summer, and avoiding very heavy things and stimulants, which you would only do this diet if you were feeling liverish, and your attention's been difficult to maintain, and you do it for a period of 2 weeks, and be fairly meticulous about it, and that would detoxify you and put you in a very good position to go forward. And as an adjunct treatment to that, obviously you would use the things that cool the right side. So there will be foot soaks on a regular basis with cold water, not warm water, and also can you see it here? These are ice packs. So these are to reduce the heat. So you can reduce the heat by applying this to the liver, as well as also if you can apply that to the back agya. So if you're in if you're a hard case, but normally a cold foot soak would be just perfect. So we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us. In a few weeks, or 2 or 3 weeks, we'll have a Portuguese language program by Leah. And if you're Portuguese speaking, just tell your friends that on Learn to Meditate, there'll be a Portuguese program where we'll be giving realization and talking to people in their native language. So we'll go out with some very nice music that relates to Fatima, the daughter of Lord Muhammad, and this relates to the quality of the Nabi, which is related to the liver. So we'll see you next week. I don't know who will be on, but you're most welcome to join us to meditate and to find the joy and peace within. Take care. See you next time.